Ding ding.
Just
What's
like
the
in
thing?
Creed. Remember when it was time to fight? You know.
Dun, 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 dun,
Here
dun.
we
Did
go.
you find? Oh yeah, you did finally
Hey,
see
yeah.
it.
First off, let's just get this out the way. Hey, y'all, Latisse, y'all see her, right? She hate all the Rocky movies. She say they trash.
I did not say
She
they was
said that.
trash.
She said the movies serve no
I did not
purpose.
say. I did not
So
say
let's
that.
just get that
I
out the
did.
way.
Why are we gonna start the podcast off with
Because
lies?
I had that in the clip. I couldn't wait to unload that on your
I
ass
did
today.
not say they were trash. What I said was
I got transcripts.
okay. What they say?
I got receipts.
Roll it back. No, seriously, I did not say that it was trash. What I had said was that Rocky was not necessary in any of the creeds.
Okay, then after you said that, what did you say about all the Rocky movies?
I said what I said was
Okay.
that
Don't leave nothing out.
I said Rocky. That last Rocky was trash. Balboa.
Oh yeah, that was trash.
Exactly, and I said 5 was trash.
You said
too.
5 was trash.
Yeah, 5 was trash too. I said to me the only good one was I think the first one and number 4.
Y'all hear that? Now I'm gonna bust out the receipts though.
That's almost what I said verbatim.
She said Stallone and Rocky was trash.
I said
She said it made no sense. The soundtrack was Huff.
Definitely Huff.
She said
Definitely Huff.
She said that music, that little training montage was Huff.
Yeah.
Now, see, people, look, everybody know that training montage is classic.
Yeah,
okay?
I understand that.
Everybody knows that. You just trash.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, in 2023, I don't want to hear what's that song? The Eye of the Tiger. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear Eye of the Tiger in 2023 with Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan.
He cut this mic immediately.
No,
that's just
who
blasphemy.
Wants to hear that?
How do you say you don't want to hear Eye of the Tiger? Do you know what that is?
I know what it is. It's like I don't want to hear that in 2023.
Yo.
Right. Mike, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yo,
it's served its purpose, bro. It served its purpose.
Hold on.
That was like the 70s and 80s, and it was good. Like it's a new time. Like we needed what happened in the newer creeds. Like we need rap music, hip hop.
Don't nobody want to hear boring ass J. Cole.
J. Cole is not boring though. Are you nuts? Now you're being blasphemous.
J. Cole's supposed to
get me, and you're being disrespectful.
J. Cole's supposed to get me fired up to go train.
I didn't say that he's the best fire upper, but I'm just saying that we just need a different sound for 2023. You got to connect to the newer audience. The newer audience does not want to hear Eye of the Tiger. I guarantee you they don't want to hear that.
That's because they don't appreciate classics.
Well, maybe not, but I'm sure your son didn't want to hear that.
All I'm gonna say is this: hey, my boy Hodges, I know you listen to the show. Listen, Latisse just basically disrespected your entire motivation during high school and college. Because I know you used to listen to Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, my God.
Just about before every game. We all did because it gets you fired up.
Y'all so lame.
To go put in work. we went to go put in work after listening to that.
Super lame,
Hodges, she just called your whole entire career lame.
My gosh, y'all making me cry.
She just said everything
Eye
you did was trash.
That was y'all song.
Hodges, she said it, Hodges. She said it.
Wow.
So, hey.
Wow. Y'all didn't have any DMX.
Not in 96.
Okay, 96. Okay, 96, who was around that was kind of like our generation that could have gave y'all some hype music? I mean, sure, one Big in them around?
Yeah, we listened to all that, but listen, Rocky, the theme, Eye of the Tiger was motivational. How do you
connect to that?
Because it's motivational.
Y'all some little hood, little West Side boys. How are y'all connected?
And everybody watched Rocky.
Oh, gosh.
When Rocky trained, he would whoop ass after listening to that song.
I get that, but still, y'all didn't have the desire to even listen to something different. Like I'll be hearing stuff like, okay, like I can hear that, understand when you hear you're supposed to get like, like hyped up, but that wouldn't. I would want to hear something that that's more, has a little more soul to it. No, y'all no.
Right. I don't want to hear no.
I
don't want to hear no soul R&B.
Okay, I ain't talking about soul. I'm talking about soul like A-Ball and MJG. Like y'all couldn't figure out.
We listen to Tupac. My Business as a Writer, all that. But you don't understand. Rocky, the training montage, the music. As soon as it come on, old boy be like, rising up. Hey, man, you finna go whoop ass. As soon as he say that.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
And you over here making fun of this whole entire movie. This classic movie.
Yo, I'm sorry.
He beat the hell out of Clubber Lang. Don't you remember that?
I do, but you know what? I just sorry.
All because of Apollo, Creed's daddy, helped him train. And guess what music they played?
But how long are we gonna play that music though?
Oh my God.
I mean, how long? Like, okay, it's done. We had 6 Rockies with that. 6.
I only count 5.
You don't have to count. You no matter how many you want to count, it's 6 of them, bro.
That last one.
It don't matter.
That
It's
last one they
6
should have
of
put
them.
on Tubi.
They should have. It should have. The
That shit
last
was
2 should have
horrible.
put on Tubi.
It was horrible.
Yeah, but it was 6 of them, and it was 6 of the Eye of the Tiger, and
How can you say 5 is trash? Hold on, we gotta break this down before we get into the pod.
I didn't like it. I'm not gonna say it
He
was.
woopped Tommy.
I know in the street fight.
Davidson.
I remember
He whooped
it.
him.
I remember it. It was a street fight, and then he was, he was gave him a hug and everything. You know what? It's literally the same. We've watched the same story 6 times.
No, we have not.
Okay. Okay.
Rocky 2 was different than Rocky 1.
Okay, a little bit.
Adrian's finna have his baby.
Oh my gosh. You're talking about different things, but in general, it's been the same. It's the same thing.
Rocky 3, Clubber Lang basically told Rocky in front of his damn statue that, hey, Adrian, I know you tired of a little weak man. Won't you come get yourself a real man like me? What the fuck Rocky supposed to do? You supposed to take that? Mr. T. Everybody love Mr. T. I hated Mr. T because of that movie.
That's disrespectful. How you gonna hate Mr. T?
Because
Ain't he from Chicago?
Yeah, he from the South Side.
Yeah.
I don't fuck him. But anyway.
I remember seeing him downtown at the Water Tower. My grandma used to work at the Water Tower, and we was in the car going to pick her up. With my granddad, he used to take us to pick her up. And I remember Mr. T walking down the street by the Water Tower.
Did he have his chains on?
All of them. He had, and when nobody, he by himself
Do
too.
you think they was real?
Probably not.
I never thought they was real.
I would say probably some of them. I would say maybe, I would think
2.
I would think, probably, I'm sure he had a bunch of real ones, but I'm thinking when he on the streets, he probably ain't wearing.
He Mr. T. Ain't nobody gonna run up.
That part too, though.
Rocky run up on his ass, though.
Because Rocky is a character.
Rocky whooped his ass.
Rocky is a character.
He whooped his ass.
Sylvester Stallone would not walk up on Mr. T in real life, because Mr. T was a wrestler for real.
Wrestling ain't real. Come on, what you trying to say?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, you're right. You about right. It's both acting, but I don't.
He was an actor too, just like Sylvester Stallone.
I just don't think.
Just because he black don't mean he get his ass whooped too.
I didn't say that.
Sylvester Stallone will whoop his ass.
Sylvester Stallone needs to retire.
First of all, Mr. T is
I'm
only
glad they
known.
retire his ass.
Mr. T is only known for one thing.
He was not a part of 3.
He was only known for one thing.
Sorry, not sorry.
The A-Team, B.A. Baracus.
I love
That's
the
all
A-Team.
he known for.
I love the A-Team.
And he had
too.
4 words in the entire show.
So what? Why? So what? So what?
Huff ass show. You watch that show now? It was Huff.
18 was
Huff.
good.
You watch it now?
18 was good. I liked the 18.
Like the 18?
I did.
Okay.
I
all right.
did.
Okay.
I did. I liked weird stuff. So hey, yeah.
You like weird stuff? Yeah, like Creed.
Creed was not weird.
Fucking.
I think you all have this aggression with Creed because of who's in it.
No.
Like you all have this like hate for.
I
Michael
like
B.
Creed.
Jordan.
I like all the Creeds. Number 2 was probably my favorite one.
Number 3 was probably my favorite.
Your favorite?
Yeah, I'll say 3 and 1. Number 2 was just okay to me. I got a tie between 3 and 1 because the 1 was really good to me. The first one was really good. Number 2 was.
He got his ass whooped in 1.
Yeah, he did.
So just like who got their ass whooped in Rocky?
Yeah,
See?
I know. I just told you we saw the same. We're seeing the same. So again, now you want to have Creed doing the exact same thing for 6 more?
But in Creed 2, he lost. Well, he didn't lose.
He won.
No, he disqualification.
Right.
So they had to run it back.
Right.
And he won.
Right.
Rocky only lost in the Rocky movies. How many times Rocky lose in the Rocky movies? Come on, let's see if you know.
I know he lost. What? Twice?
He lost to Clubber Lang the first time.
Whooped
his ass, and that's it.
I thought he lost twice.
No.
Okay. Well, again,
the first time was a draw.
What's your point?
My point is, Rocky is a fucking American hero. They put a statue in
Oh,
Philadelphia
gosh.
of a character.
Of a character. That's super lame.
That's iconic.
Super lame.
People-
He's not real.
But he's got a statue.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that Philly put a statue of a fake boxer.
Okay, well then maybe
It's a shame.
Atlanta
It's a
put
shame.
one of Medea then. How about that?
They might, and that's pitiful.
And they should go in there and knock that
That's-
shit down.
That's pitiful. That's pitiful. Like that's just like us putting. That's like Chicago. What's the famous like Chicago character? Is there one?
No.
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett?
Put him down as a great American hero, or someone that went through some what do you say happened to him?
Yeah, he the greatest American liar. Jesus
Big
Christ.
facts. Hey, did you see they those the twins come out talking about him?
Yes, I saw the whole thing.
I
had time that day.
had it was the funniest thing ever.
It was. To hear them talk about how they did it.
Yes.
First of all, for them to come out like that,
Why?
that makes the whole story, and that makes Jussie even
Look
worse.
Yes.
And his family need their ass whooped for standing by him. You heard what the former police chief said in the video.
What?
He was like, when we saw the video, we was like, those don't look like two white men.
Right. Clearly.
He sold that to everybody. Said he got
Clearly.
his ass whooped by two white supremacists.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell
MAGA
you.
members at that. He said
I'm gonna
MAGA
tell
members.
you what part. That's what part I knew he was lying at, because he said, I'm gonna tell you exactly the part where I knew there was a lie. He said that it was too much. It was too much.
It was like a Lee
They
Daniels
beat
movie.
him up. They rode on him. They put a noose around him. They said, "Hey, ain't you that Chicago
Empire actor.
Then he said they dropped the F-bomb.
Yep.
And then he said they like this maggot. I'm like,
This MAGA bitch.
you know what? Racist white people don't really scream. They don't really scream MAGA.
First of all,
I've never heard anyone say MAGA.
I knew he was lying because of where he was at.
Yep. It's Chicago, bro. And
Thank
like,
you,
I'm
T.
sorry.
T. Say it.
Hood dudes is not robbing you on foot.
On foot.
On foot at 2:00 in the morning.
On the
Knock it
coldest
off.
day of the
Knock it
entire
off.
world.
Knock it off.
It was the
Not even
coldest
no
day of the
hood
entire
dudes.
world.
Nobody in Chicago is robbing you when it's below zero at 2:00 in the morning.
And
Sorry.
he wanted Subway. You a fucking actor. You want
Are you
Subway?
nuts? Yeah.
Yeah, I knew he was lying.
And for them dudes to go along with it, he was definitely booty bumping one of them.
Probably.
Had to.
Probably.
Because it don't make no sense why another man would
Probably.
go along with that stupid lie.
And then the way they talked about it, they
For
was like
$3,000, bro. That's
for $3,000.
For what you were doing to who you doing it with, that's crackhead money almost.
For $3,000.
That's almost that's crackhead for you to do that to. I mean, my thing was you was getting paid enough. Why would he make that story up?
He say, old boy was like, yeah, he wanted us to make it look real. So I threw him down on the ground. I choked him. And then at the very end, the reason why you see that little scar, because I hit him, because he wanted that to show, like, what
And
did
then
he
he said he was the gay Tupac.
Yeah, gay Tupac.
Pissed me off, bro.
Yeah. And all the celebs, remember all them posts?
Yep.
Why y'all do this to Jussie?
And I'm
We're
like-
not going to stand for this.
But I'm like, everybody with common sense knew, like, he's lying. I knew he was lying. Yeah, but
I knew
anyway.
he was lying. I knew it. Anyway, we back. What's this, episode 65?
65. Yeah.
65.
Yep.
Some of that podcast. I'm Coach Mo. We got Tise over there.
Yo.
We just had to get that off our chest to start the show off.
Yeah, that was just some random
But
stuff.
yeah, that was super random. But
Yeah.
hey, this is what you get, when you rock with us. How was your week, Tise?
So far, so good. So far, so good. I can't even complain, bro. I've been last 2 weeks been decent.
Mm-hmm.
Been decent work wise. It's been decent as far as just life wise. Been low key. So I'm always for the low key life.
Low key
So,
life.
Yeah, I'm always for that. No drama. Well, I don't have drama anyway. But I'm just saying
Any random booty calls?
random booty calls. So what will make it random?
Probably like somebody you ain't heard from in like 3 to 4 weeks, and they just text you out the blue like,
No.
"What you on?"
Yeah, because you know what? I'm past that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't just pop up out of if I ain't heard from you and just build some booty call stuff.
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm an
all right,
adult.
Okay.
I'm a grown ass woman, dog. Remember,
Grown ass woman, dog.
remember, said that he was like,
I'm a
I'm a
grown
grown
ass
ass woman,
man,
dog.
dog.
Don't do that.
Grown ass
Don't
man,
do that.
dog.
You gotta at least fake it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just gotta if you just disappear out of nowhere and you come back, you just gotta ease on to it. You just can't come up and ask. I ain't heard from you in months.
But you know how they slide the little random text or the random inbox.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to do more than that.
Like the 2 words, ladies, y'all know I ain't lying. 2 words. Hey, stranger.
Hey, stranger.
Ain't that how it kick off? Ain't that how it kick off?
Hey, stranger. And you know what else guys do? They wait for opportunities to for you to post something.
Yeah.
Like you post a picture or you can have someone. Now the story has really made dudes lose their mind. Because they can basically DM you in secret, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then they have a reason to they ain't gotta. It don't seem what can I say? It don't seem like they're being stalkerish. So if you post a picture and they comment and they send you a message, then it's just like they're giving them a reason to talk to you. So yes, but you can. Sometimes I have for my story I have blocked people.
Block people?
Mm-hmm. Well, not so much block them, but they can't see. They're not part of it.
So let me ask you this: why you do that?
Because I don't want them to. Certain people you can post something, and especially people from your past.
Mm-hmm.
If they see your story, they're gonna get them opportunity to just reach out to you, and I don't want to talk to you.
You don't want that contact.
I don't even feel like ignoring you.
Okay.
So I just be like, you can't see. You're not a part of this audience.
So basically you seen Hey Stranger, you seen the Good Morning Queen,
Mm-hmm.
you seen the
These are all normal things. Every woman sees these.
Here's my favorite one.
I'm not special.
Here's my favorite one.
Every woman
And
has
ladies,
seen this.
ladies, leave a comment if you think if I ain't telling the truth. Have you seen the Grand Rising?
You know what? I don't think I've seen Grand Rising.
You ain't seen Grand Rising?
I've seen it, but then jokingly,
Okay,
because people guys that maybe know me, they know that I think it's funny. So
Okay.
they may say that as in a joking, but they haven't said it being serious.
Or how about when you post a picture, and then it be somebody who you know how it is on Facebook. You post a picture, then they jump in your inbox. Man, you really wearing that so and so? Or man, you get one of them before?
For sure.
See, it's
For
random.
sure. There guys that they may say they might comment on your lipstick or something, or they may be they want to I wish I was in your shirt and stuff like
Purse.
that. Yeah.
Purse.
Definitely
Full
purse.
purse.
Yeah. They guys say some funny stuff.
I wish I could wear your sweater.
No, they say wish they could be inside my shirt.
First of all, that's lame as hell.
Very.
Bro. Don't. I wish I could be inside your sweater.
It's it wasn't a sweater. Like if I had a shirt, maybe he might show a little cleavage or something.
Yeah.
It was something like that.
And we probably talking about a 45 to 50-year-old dude saying that, right?
Probably.
See?
Probably.
That's some lame ass shit.
Well,
you should block him.
He got put him out the audience.
Yeah, you gotta block him. Still subscribe to the podcast, but you should block him though.
Oh wow.
Saying no shit like that.
Yeah. But anyway.
So yeah, that was your week, huh?
Yeah. How about you, bro?
My week, man. I just been recovering, man. I finally stopped.
Oh yeah, I thought you had the vid, Joe, for sure.
I know it was the flu, everybody. I had the full blown flu. I was down and out, but I was still,
being a baby. Shout out to Samara for taking care of this baby over here.
Why she deserve a shout out?
Because I know she took care of you. I know how guys get when they sick.
Oh, you know her.
I know how guys. I definitely do. I know how guys get when they sick, and y'all act like babies. So, shout out to Samara because I can imagine what she had to endure last week.
Well, she made me tea every day.
Okay.
And she
took care of you. Like
she
I
did
said.
feed me. However, not to the level that she needed a shout out.
Don't do my sister like that.
But she did her job. But yeah, I was down last week. I was down all last week. I didn't start.
Was you off work too?
No, I still work. But here's the thing though. If I would have had to go in every day, I wouldn't have did it.
Okay.
I wouldn't have did it. So I had enough energy to work 4 hours, take a break. I mean, I slept for like an hour and a half every day. I told my manager, though, I was like, look, I got the flu. Yeah. I'm still going to work because I know we got stuff to do.
Right.
But I'm taking an hour and a half.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, no problem.
Yeah, man.
And then I finally started to feel better Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday was good. Tuesday was good. So I'm gradually getting better.
Mm-hmm.
My cough is weighing down now. But it
Mm-hmm.
was at a point though, like last week, I couldn't even talk. Like if I was talking like right now,
Yeah.
I'm coughing like I just smoked like 8 blunts. Like literally, like I had no wind.
Yeah, that's what the flu do to you though. It definitely and also too, bro, I think that sometime with the flu now,
Mm-hmm.
if you've had COVID before, I feel like colds are a little bit worse sometimes, depending on how bad it
You
is.
know what? I said that
Yeah.
because when I was experiencing, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck, man, this is tough.
Yeah, because I really have to keep.
And breathing is different.
That's what I'm saying. Breathing. I even notice like even when I sing, like my breath is shorter.
Yes, COVID did that.
I'm like my breath is shorter. I'm like, and sometimes like when I already had bronchitis like off and on
Yeah.
sometimes, but it's like after I had COVID,
Made it worse.
I had to keep my
Your
prescription.
inhaler,
I have to keep
got
it.
the thing?
Yeah,
I got one too.
I have to keep it like the prescription filled because sometimes I'd be like, dang. I mean, like, I be thinking like, now I know like I ain't the most active person, but I'm like I ain't that out of breath when I be getting sick like
Yeah.
that. So I'd be like, yeah, I know it's the residuals of COVID.
Well, this black cardiologist, I had saw her on Instagram. She was on somebody's show, and she was like, 10 years, 15 years from now, we're going to look at lungs from people who had COVID.
Yeah.
And she was like, the lungs are going to be severely damaged as if they were smokers.
That's deep.
I was like, damn.
That's
she
deep.
was like, that virus really, really attacks the respiratory system.
Wow.
And it really, really, what did she say? It really breaks down the lungs. Because, you know, your lungs is full of like, I forgot what she said. She said COVID attaches itself to your lungs and then it starts to deteriorate. And she was like, when people go for x-rays and stuff, like you see dark spots.
Wow.
From COVID patients. I was like, shit.
Yeah, that's yeah, I mean but we always said that we're gonna really see what this do 10 years from now. Or not even 10 years from now, like years from now, we'll really see what
Oh, I believe that.
What is going what's the you know what I'm saying? What's really the results of it? Because like you said, I think a lot of people have experienced who've had it and have experienced some residual side effects.
There are a lot of people who didn't get it.
Absolutely.
A lot of older people who didn't get it.
Yeah.
A lot of people our age who didn't get it. Younger people who didn't get it.
Yeah.
So everybody hasn't been exposed to it.
Yeah.
But I wonder if everybody should get exposed to it. Like, has everybody who's
just to
with the
get
flu,
that, just to get the herd immunity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like with the flu, like I really believe I probably wasn't bedridden because I got the flu shot. I really believe that because I know people who get the flu and they literally talk about how like they can't move.
Yeah.
Their body's in some pain and aching.
I've never had the flu shot.
I've had it ever since I had the kids.
Yeah, I've never gotten it.
Never gotten it.
But I also don't think I've ever had the flu either.
Okay.
But
well, you'll know if you got the flu.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had the flu. So
the flu is the most defining thing.
Yeah.
Like pneumonia is the scary one because you don't know if you got it until it's too late.
Right.
When you fucking in the hospital
on
a breathing treatment.
Some people can tell like. Because there's like a shortage of breath that you can have. And some people can tell. Like, I know my cousin had it before. And when she went.
Can't breathe.
She was having trouble breathing. And she was like, I think I have pneumonia.
Was she sick?
She was sick, yeah.
Did she say she felt better, then it got worse?
No, I don't know. But she made them give her x-ray.
Ah, okay.
And then they was like, you're right, you do have pneumonia.
Okay.
So she knew something was wrong. She knew it was more than just a cold. So, but she forced them to. Sometimes you have to do that because the doctors will be like, "Oh yeah, you fine." Like you give them symptoms, and if you seem like you're okay, fairly, they may not think it necessary to go and give you an X-ray. But she was like, "No, this is something," and so she made them give her X-ray, and it turned out she did. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you have to pay attention because man, your body's like a car. It'll give you warning signs.
Absolutely.
You gotta listen to it. And I listened to mine. I was like, man,
yeah,
I don't supposed to be coughing like this. I ain't supposed to be having these chills. But hey, but look, a player bounce back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh gosh.
You can't hold me down for too long.
Oh gosh.
You know what I'm saying? B.O.B.
Hold it down. Mama love you.
Mama, I love you. That shit was so funny. They ain't gonna
P.O.P.
never,
hold it down.
they ain't gonna never get over it. That one and your favorite one. I saw you when you came through the door. What he say?
I saw you at the door. I was waiting for you at
I
the
was waiting for you
door.
at the door.
No, bro. The scene before that, before he said waiting for you at the door, it was the one that said, you look dusty and your hands
Your ass,
uneven.
your ass kept playing that over and over.
Man, I could not
You
wait
look
to tell
dusty.
people they look dusty. I wore that out. I was like, you know what? You look dusty, so don't even like talk to me.
You look dusty.
You look dusty. Your hair's uneven. You're not cute. I mean, he was just going in on that little boy.
He ran him down, didn't he?
Big time. Yeah.
Oh shit. But look, let's get into these topics because it wasn't too much going on. You know what? Before we get into the first topic, let's get this out the way. Did you give a hell about what Ciara wore?
No.
Oh my God! Social media
knows how to beat a
Oh
dead
my
horse.
God!
Social media, first of all, social media has the most internet warriors in life. Like, here's the thing. I wouldn't have wore it, right? Because it's just not my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It's not the first time Ciara has worn something that was see-through. And she was standing there with her husband. So, what can we say if she's standing there with her husband?
Nothing.
People act like, oh, Russ is an NFL quarterback. He has to give leader to other men. If you think he don't have enough, if you think he don't tell Ciara when to shut up when he wants to, you're nuts.
Well, according to social media, he doesn't.
It's a lie. I'm gonna tell you why. If you follow her on TikTok, I've seen a couple times where she may be getting ready and stuff or whatever, joking around.
And you see his face.
But he's put some bases like he's like, okay, Ciara,
Yep.
like
I've seen it.
she know when she running out, and she know. But all women know that. All women know when their man is about to be like, okay, this show, you're gonna get that look
Because it's the look.
It's that look
And
or
the tone.
it's the look and the tone. And stuff. He might say, well, you know what? Let me pull it back because
Like, seriously.
he's serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me pull this back.
You doing a little video and then he see you and then he be like,
all right,
now what you doing?
right? Like
he know the tone. She know the tone different.
You know
She like,
be
oh
cool.
shit, yeah, I'm
like,
be cool now.
See, I'm like, y'all, Russ is not.
But they be acting.
Just because Russ ain't on here, ain't on here, cussing up, and cussing that out and putting their business on there and doing subtweets
Like Krishan and Blueface.
Exactly. Then they think that he don't. I'm like, this man is a whole NFL quarterback. If you think he don't know how to talk to people and not put his foot down, you nuts. You don't understand leadership. You don't understand like how males work. And I'm just like, he ain't that dude that's gonna be in public like that. And he's definitely not gonna chastise his wife in public.
No, not
And
in public.
even if he disliked it, he went with with it for her because she wanted to. It could have been a compromise in their household. But what's it to us?
Well, apparently we matter.
Listen.
All Monday, that's all that was talked about.
That's because people, bro, I'm telling you, it's a thing with Ciara. People just don't like her. Ever since she broke up with people used to love Ciara. And then once she broke up with Future because the hood loved Future, that's when
she went from a hood nigga to him.
Yes. And then because I think too, bro, I always say some of the dudes that don't like the relationship, it's the projection of failed relationships that they had and their woman moving on to somebody else, and the idea of being a dickhead and your woman going to somebody else it triggers some dudes.
It does.
That's what it really is, but they're not gonna say that. It's gonna be talk about Russ, gonna call Ciara a hoe, she for the streets, and I'm just like, why do y'all care about people's business that much? I mean, I've never cared that much about celebrities, love life like that.
Not their love life.
You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
My whole thing is, what irks me about the whole thing is grown ass men who go in on her and then go in on him as if they know what goes on in their household.
Right.
Like, I seen dudes call Russ a simp or he a lame, he weak.
Yep.
Like, how y'all know that?
Right. You
Like,
don't know
how
that.
y'all? Russ might be a crazy motherfucker
Right.
underneath all that,
Absolutely.
but he just played this role because he's a
Absolutely.
quarterback. He worth millions of dollars,
And he Christian.
and he don't want to fly off the handle like that.
Yeah.
And then for men to actually say she shouldn't be wearing that, I bet her husband don't approve of that. How you know?
But here's the thing.
He in the picture with her.
He in a picture with her, but the same men will post Ashanti
Yeah.
and be like, she bad. Well, she has women's suit on.
Here's the truth. I'm gonna peel back the bullshit when it comes to men and Ciara. Men don't like Ciara because of him.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
They feel like he a lame.
They
feel like he a
it's jealousy,
cornball.
though. It's jealousy.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
It's jealousy.
Because
though.
I see these same dudes who be talking about her when they be out with a chick or they were out with a chick. Her dress she got on short. Her top all
Showing
the way
her
down,
titties.
damn showing all of it.
Yeah.
But because they at a Vogue event, which is a high fashion event,
Yeah.
where people
and
wear
the
shit
worst
like
thing
that.
about it, bro, if you look on the internet, it was about 50 other women
Yes.
with the same with see-through dresses on.
But it's her because of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
People don't like him.
They don't like Russell, and they don't like that she moved on from a hood dude.
And it really triggers people. Like the picture
It
of them,
does.
like the whole thing when them at the prison. They was at the prison and they had church with the prisoners. People was like, oh, they just grandstanding. Oh, they just trying to do this and that. How y'all know,
That
man?
picture's like years old.
It was old. And then they show him praying. They like, look at this.
That picture was years old. First of all, she didn't. If she wore a spaghetti, if she wore a net to church, then have a problem with that.
And that's the thing. You can't. And that's the thing. When you go to prisons, they tell women you can't even wear nothing like
Right,
revealing.
right.
You have to be like what she had on.
Right.
You have to wear that.
But they wasn't even in prison on that picture. That they was mixing things together. Cause Russ do prison ministry. Ciara go with him sometime. But
heard
that
about
picture
that.
they was in church though. So, but the thing is, what does it matter? You don't go to church. So what does it matter to you? And the thing is, again, she wasn't the only one that wore it was a theme for that Vogue party,
Yeah.
which is what it was called
High fashion.
barely there or
Barely
something
there,
like
that's
that.
what it's called,
So
yeah.
I'm like,
Yep, barely there.
again, it may not have been my thing, but you know what? I also don't have a bike like Ciara either. So it ain't an option for me. You know what I'm saying? So I think people just are too invested, and people it's a hate, it's a projection of, I think, wishing you can wear that. You know, this woman had 3 kids, she looked damn good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, it's like beach clothes. You know, but you know, if that's what they want to wear, Hollywood is weird. So
It's always been weird.
you know, she a part of that world. So I mean, I don't know what you.
But they have their own life. We don't know what going on in their household.
We don't.
man.
We don't.
And you dudes who was going in, y'all was showing a little bit too much of a sassy side. Like y'all, some of you
But I'm saying though, bro,
outside and a lot of dudes.
It's selective outrage. Just like last week we were talking about. It's selective outrage. Like I said, because Ashanti could put on the same dress and guys don't have no problem with it. They've been talking about Ashanti all week, and Ashanti bad too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the difference. Like,
Yeah.
you know, she has half naked. Beyonce be naked sometimes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just because they don't like Ciara.
Beyonce has worn revealing dresses
Absolutely.
like that when her and Jay was at some type of event.
Rihanna has worn it.
Rihanna has worn it.
Rihanna had a see-through dress on and she pregnant.
Yes.
So
I told you. I'm going to say it again. People don't like dude.
yeah, people don't like.
They
Russ.
don't like him.
It's a jealousy thing of Russ.
Yes.
because he doesn't fit into the box of what they think. You know, I don't even know why he should fit into the box. A rich black man. I don't understand. That love God. What
He
are we
don't bother nobody.
What are we talking about here?
He don't even
What are we
bother
mad at?
nobody. He don't get in no trouble. But because you know, he ain't on the gram.
He ain't throwing on the phone.
He ain't on
He ain't on
live.
phone now.
He ain't on live with a gun, brandishing a gun. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about he one of the real ones.
Mm-hmm.
He a cornball. He a lame.
It is silly.
Well, look, I'm here to say this. If that's lame, he worked over $100
Sign me
million.
up.
I would love to be that lame.
Sign me up.
Sign me up.
What woman don't want that lane? Please tell me.
A lot of them who think he corny, which
Man,
is stupid.
please.
And the ones who call him corny and lame, single in a motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Single as hell.
Yeah, that's silly.
I just had to.
That's
We had to
silly.
talk about that because
That's silly talk.
that whole Sunday Monday was full of that.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I put the post. I was like, "Hey, y'all got to 12 o'clock on Wednesday to get this out.
They wrapped it up
Wrap this up, Joe." Because I'm like, "Yeah, we're beating the dead horse. We're beating the dead horse.
pretty much.
Is she gonna wear something revealing again?
Yeah,
So
she is.
get over it.
Even the next white girl gonna wear something revealing.
Yes. And I mean, what do you want?
But they hate dude.
Yeah.
It's him.
They hate that. I think, bro, but also too, it's the image of happiness. It's something about people being happy that some people, when you're miserable, that triggers them.
Then they get on her about the song she made. Talking about,
That was silly.
I'm like,
That was silly.
she's selling records.
But the thing was, she didn't even say. People was like, she got a man. Why would she shout out independent woman? Because that's all y'all talk about. It's not needing a dude. So what are we talking about here?
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? And she didn't say, don't get no man.
No.
She said, this goes out to all my ladies who working, who don't need a man to take care of their bills. Like, what's wrong with that? What are we saying here?
They hate dude though.
Yeah, it's
That's
silly.
what it is.
But they hate her because of him.
They get
And
on.
but also too, I'm telling you, a lot of it is too because she not with Future.
Yeah.
The hood loves Future.
I remember there was a whole think piece about when I guess she made a post about Russ and Future's son. They was together,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "I thank God for him for help raising him." Blah blah blah. Dudes went crazy talking about some. Ain't nowhere in the world my baby mama gonna have my son calling another man dad. I'm like, that's all y'all got from that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all y'all got from that.
But if you're taking care of your son and your son's life, your son won't feel a need to probably do that. But also, he's at home with him every day.
He is.
And wouldn't you, as a man, want to be? I mean, maybe it's different for me. I don't know. But I'm thinking as a woman, I know a lot of moms. I know a lot of moms who are close with their baby daddy's girlfriend or wife, because sometimes as a mother, you could take women have a motherly instinct, and so
Yeah,
if he got a lady that's a mother or that a good girl, it's just like that is gonna give your child the same motherly instinct. You almost feel more comfortable when she there than with the boy because of she's a woman.
True.
And as long as they know silly stuff, they get along. I know women that be like, I call her before I call him because it's like mama to mama, a woman to woman.
That's
talk.
called
So maybe
good
that's
parenting.
different. It could be different for men though.
But it's good parenting. That means the lines of communication is open.
Yeah.
That means y'all can be adults about this.
Right.
But if my son is at home with another man and he's in his life, he's nurturing him, he's teaching him, I gotta honor that.
Right.
My son gonna know I'm his father.
Absolutely.
He's gonna know that.
Right. Because I'm always there.
Yeah. Because
when he
I'm
has
not
stuff,
right.
I'm there along with Buddy.
Exactly.
So if Future not there along with Buddy, that's his fault.
I mean, people got upset because dude, they was like, man, he in there, he being like a stepdaddy.
What they want him to do?
Beat on him.
He's married to her. He's married to his mother.
They wanted
You have
Russ
to love him.
They wanted Russ to be like how Snoop was to Vet's son, kicking down his fort. That's what
silly.
they wanted.
That's silly,
Fuck your
bro.
fort, little nigga. That's how they wanted Russ to do Little Future.
No,
That's what they wanted.
That's stupid.
Because we weirdos.
Bro. We warped.
Our minds on what shit is weird.
Yeah.
They want train wrecks.
Yeah. But some people are addicted, bro. They're addicted to drama.
It's crary.
They're addicted to drama and trauma. So
As much trauma as black families have gone through.
yeah, we should not want that.
You should want a family structure like Russ and Ciara.
Yeah.
When it comes to him taking care of another kid that's not his.
Yeah.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
But no, we want Russ to be like motherfucking.
I don't think a real man or woman could be anybody with any sense that's really about something that's got some kind of morals, bro. I don't know anybody could be married to somebody and then mistreat their child in the house.
I couldn't do it.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you
Couldn't
do
do it,
that,
man.
that's not a person. Like if I had a child and I met a guy and he had a problem with my child or he wasn't embracing and we lived, you cannot live in the house and not love my child enough. Because to me, when you're not there, you might harm him or if he
Anything.
needs you. Like I could not trust somebody who who did not love my
It
child.
could be mental abuse,
It could be mental.
emotional, all type of shit can go on.
Absolutely. Like I wouldn't trust that relationship. I couldn't do it.
like that song. Sometimes I hate niggas too. But anyway, moving on. So I had posted a video this week. I watched I Am Athlete podcast. That's one of my favorite podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched it. Brandon Marshall, he was on there with Joy Taylor, my man Adam Jones, Pac-Man Jones, and the running back Shady McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
So the topic was, they talked about a few things. So the topic came up about boys, raising boys, and when it comes to uh, raising them to mask their pain, raising them to not be emotional. So Brandon, I gave a. Let me just play the clip because it's probably easier to play the clip because you can kind of get an idea of what it was.
Dads be like, man, hey, stop crying, stop that song. Right. So you mean like that? It's that perfect example. I got twins, boy and girl, Ziggy and Z. Ziggy's the girl, and this is what society does, right? And how we condition each other. They both go outside and they play. They both fall down. Got a family picnic. All the family gonna run to my little girl Ziggy and say, "Get up, okay, baby? Or ask her, you okay?" Right now, I'm validating her feelings. It's okay to cry. Right. What we do to the boy? What they gonna do to my son? Get up, get up. Yeah, get your ass. I'm doing that. Yeah, get up. Get up. For sure. But what we doing is we're conditioning our boys to mask pain and telling them that it's not okay to cry. I gotta mask pain because I'm the fucking provider.
So that clip, I recorded it because I was like, you know what? Let me put this on Facebook and see what guys gonna say. Because guys, a lot of guys got boy and girl, as kids. So I understand what Brandon is saying, and I agree with him. And I do understand the other side of it is when you do in this world, when you are raising boys, you do want them to be able to handle adversity. Because one, you're not always going to be there as a parent. Anything can happen. Two, this is a cruel, cold world. And unfortunately, people in this world do take advantage of weakness.
What they perceive as weakness.
What they perceive as weakness.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, these kids are dealing with much more stuff than we have growing up, what we've ever dealt with. Like, especially young boys. Young boys are every day trying to find out who they are, how they belong.
They're exposed to a lot.
They're exposed to a lot more stuff. So, so even for me raising my son, I had to tone it down because as he was growing, like from baby to toddler, I was raising him like, don't cry, stop crying, he'll fall or whatever, something happened, and he would literally look at me, waiting on me to tell him don't cry. So like over the years, my wife had to tell me, you got to stop doing that because what you're doing is you're making him, as he get older, he feel like he can never, ever show his emotion around anybody. So he's going to grow up holding everything in, and then unfortunately something may happen where he don't know how to control it and he may snap. So looking at that and then looking at the clip, I agree.
Yeah.
And I think in these relationships nowadays, in these toxic relationships, some women to a degree hold that shit over men.
What you mean?
Like, you a weak ass dude. Why you crying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why you so fucking soft?
Yeah.
Like, and some dudes, and I'm gonna go even further, some young boys who grow up with mamas do that to them. Mess them up. So when they get older, they don't have any emotion. They don't know how to let out anything.
It's conditioning, bro. There's social conditioning that that's been around since forever, right? And I don't have any kids, so I can't speak from a parent point of view, but I can speak from a point of view of being on the receiving end of what you were saying, that people, like you can tell guys who are emotionally disconnected, or not in touch with their emotions because we are not taught emotional intelligence. We taught it, but in that way though. We're not taught to think of it in a positive way, like that emotions are a good thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? We even for a girl, on the flip side of like of a boy, telling the boy don't cry.
Mm-hmm.
We because when we're kid, when because in general when girls are younger and people respond to tears or emotion, some women have learned to weaponize that.
Mm-hmm.
Have learned to know that I can cry to get my way. You know what I'm saying? Or I can get emotional to get my
True.
way. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And
It's a good point.
it's wrong on both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something that has to be we have to do a lot of our thinking. That stuff that we taught as kids, and I didn't have like my dad. It's all girls.
All girls.
So
in
we
the house.
didn't really my dad didn't really raise us. I mean, we're definitely daddy's girls, right? Like he's our protector. He's gonna give us everything. But when it comes to stuff like falling and stuff, he probably took a more of a like we was boys approach in the sense of like he like get your ass
Get
up,
y'all
kinda
up,
like,
get up,
like
damn
you all right? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like what?
You ain't
what?
dead.
Exactly. Like you fall, you gotta scrape it.
Yeah.
Just like let me see. All right, go get a band-aid.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like he
yeah.
did something like that. So, but. Yeah, that's interesting. I agree with what Brandon said though. I mean, it has to be we have to allow young boys to be in touch with their emotions. Like you said, it's not for them to be emotional all the time. It's just if you feel something, feel it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It don't have to be like it don't have to be tears. It can be your son could just be like, man, I'm upset there. Like I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to deal with because I always say that emotion gonna come out in some way.
It will come out.
It's gonna show up in some way. So if
Yeah.
you don't deal with how to relate to it as a young child, it's gonna grow up in your when you get older. When he gets to a serious relationship, it's gonna be like, he shuts down when he should be talking. You know what I'm saying?
It
And
should
stuff-
be opening up.
we should be opening up. You know what I'm saying? So that it's gonna resurface at some point, but we have to do better with boys and girls as far as how to deal with emotions and girls need to know too. Just because you're a girl, that doesn't mean that like you shouldn't use that to get
as
your
a
way.
weapon. Yeah.
And but and they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
They do. And
They do.
that's and boys see that too. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, especially if you grow up with a boy and a girl in the house, sometimes the boy resent the girl because it's like they always let her get away with everything. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
true.
And I understand too that as raising the young man, like you said, the world is cruel. So you want to build some kind of toughness with them so that they can be able to handle those blows. You know what I'm saying? But it's a I feel like the newer generation, y'all generation of parents are more in tune with trying to raise
I agree.
kids. And I don't even it's not even to fault our parents. Like I feel like our parents were raised in a different time where they had to be damn near hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like our parents
Jim Crow era.
our parents were born when Martin Luther King was alive.
Yeah.
Like they witnessed him die. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So they were in a different time where they had to be rough around the edges. So and they emotions were different. So
That's
I
how I
don't
was raised.
exactly, and they raised us that way because that's what they knew. And that's what I'm saying. I don't blame them
I don't blame him either.
because that's what they taught us in the way that was made sense to them because that's what they
how
had
I was
to deal
raised.
with.
That's
So
exactly, and
I don't think it was wrong.
I think, that's why I always like, when having those conversations, like with my wife, just growing up, like over the years with the kids, it's like I was raised a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So me raising my kids, I'm basing it off what I saw,
Right.
what was poured into me,
Right.
and
And it could be different.
it could be different.
Yeah.
So as I got older, I had to, remix that shit.
Yeah.
Like that ain't gonna work on CJ.
Absolutely.
CJ a little different. That
Yeah.
ain't gonna work on him.
Yeah.
CJ is emotional.
Yeah.
Like he sometimes he's talking and sharing how he feels.
Yeah.
He get a little emotional.
Yeah.
And he's a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Scorpios, sometimes they're emotional and they show their emotion on their sleeves.
Yeah.
I know that for sure.
Yeah.
And he like that. But that don't mean he weak.
Scorpios usually mean too.
Yeah. that don't mean he weak though.
Yeah.
That don't mean he weak. He
Right.
just he care enough about something and then he gets emotional about it.
Yeah.
Just like another example, one of my best friends, one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact he ain't weak. I know for a fact he ain't soft.
Right.
But he emotional.
Right.
If he care about you,
Yeah.
you gonna know it.
Yeah.
If he got a disagreement, he'll rather get it off his chest and cry.
I know who you're
and,
talking
and
about.
then
yeah.
at the end, man, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you,
Yeah.
he
You ain't gonna run up
he ain't
on
no
him.
punk. Right.
You ain't
Right.
gonna run up on him for sure.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's
Yeah.
the difference. But that's what I mean. Like, we in society, we do have to be careful with our kids because they will grow up thinking this is how it's got to be.
Yeah. And also too, bro, the younger kids, they listen to a lot of emo music too.
Yes,
So
they do.
I think
Yes,
because
they
of that makes them be more tapped into their little emotions because they, that's what they they listen to that all day.
Like with my daughter, like at her first day of high school, her very first day, she had a freaking meltdown when she came home.
Yeah.
So you know what I did?
What?
Come here.
Uh-huh.
Come here.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk.
Right.
You cry on me.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
It's different.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
because I'm a dad, and
Right.
maybe because again, and everybody who's got every father who's got a girl understand. I don't care how old she's gonna get or whatever she's going through.
Yeah.
You gonna always feel like you that bulletproof vest for her.
For sure.
That's just how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
That's not always reality because she's got to grow up. She's got to be her own woman.
Yeah.
But if you see your daughter crying,
Yeah.
the world's gonna stop.
Yeah.
And it's either two questions:
Yeah.
who did it, and how do you want me to kill him?
Right.
That's just how it's gonna be.
That's facts.
That's just how, especially that's just how you are as a father with girls.
Yeah.
Not everybody. Hey, look, is you got a boy? Yeah, it's different with the boy.
Yeah.
But with the girl, she's emotional. Some girls are emotional. Some girls are hard as a motherfucking rock.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
when you in tune with your kids,
you know what they need.
the number one job
Yeah.
as parents is always protection.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. And I think too, you know what your kid need and you know how to respond to your child.
Yeah.
Some of them different. Like you said, your daughter might be emotional, but all girls ain't emotional. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, may not be as openly emotional at that. I just think this generation of kids in general, they have the freedom to
Yes.
do that, and
Yes.
and it's not frowned upon
Yes.
like it was with us. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So even if you felt something back in the day like crying, that was just like, even as a girl, like, I don't even think I may have cried in front of, honestly, bro, I might have cried in front of one dude.
Uh-huh.
And I was in my 30s.
That means you was hurt.
I was in my 30s.
you was hurt,
I was hurt.
hurt, hurt. Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
was
so
hurt.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I was definitely in my 30s when that happened, and I don't think I spent all my high school and my 20s just like being,
Yeah.
that's why I be like, why when I turn so weak, bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
When I turn
nobody,
into a weak
when I
bitch.
turn, this is not like,
Yeah, that ain't you. Yeah.
what happened in my 30s? It was just like, I became weak. Cause I'm like, in my teenage years, in my 20s, like, guys wouldn't move me like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, something happened when I turned 30, bro. I'm just like, what?
Some switch went off in you, Joe.
Switch went off, and I'm just like, I do not like this.
Like this, same with me. Like, I don't know. Growing up, I mean, I just was like a lot of shit I just didn't care about. But once I had kids,
It's different.
man, I just start, man. I'll be watching shit on TV, and I fucking get emotional. And it's just different now.
You in there crying at Big
Man,
Mama funeral.
I'm talking about, man. I'm in. It could be. I'm gonna tell you. I got emotional. This how I know. I got emotional watching in Creed 2 at the end when he was training in that desert.
Uh-huh.
And remember when he couldn't fucking get the. Remember he was running.
Yeah.
And he passed out.
Yeah.
And Rocky told him, "Get up, Donnie.
Yeah.
Get up."
Yeah.
And then we got up, then the music changed, and he
Yeah.
started running.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did I get emotional? Why did I get emotional?
That was symbolic of somebody falling down and getting back up, bro.
See? But 20 years ago, I wouldn't have. But now it's like, I just.
Hey, you want to know what had me in tears?
What?
Before we move on. Last year, it was a series called From Scratch on Netflix. Have you seen that?
I ain't seen it.
Let me tell you. From Scratch, from episode 3 to 8, done.
Done.
And I'm telling you, I ain't talking about no baby tears.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, bro.
Boo horn.
My face was, I could not stop. I couldn't breathe. I'm like, Get yourself together. And I'm just like, it's TV. You know what's gonna happen. I was like waterworks.
Yeah.
From the episode 3, I was supposed to tell everybody from episode 3 to episode, and you know what's gonna happen. I know what's getting ready to happen, and it didn't. I didn't. I'm telling you, anybody that watched that, get ready. You're not gonna stop crying. You're gonna cry from 3 to 8.
Just see.
Like you said back in the day, I would have been like,
you'd have been like, yeah, but you wouldn't have booed.
Bro, I was in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like uncontrollable tears. I was just like, this is embarrassing. And I'm in the house by myself.
I be watching like Chicago. Like I watch Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD. I be watching Chicago Fire, and it's always that one scene where like they saving a kid from dying, or a kid says something to one of the, and I fuck around. Next thing you know, I gotta like hurry up and like get up because I can feel the waterworks.
Bro, we don't know what happened.
I don't know. I swear to God, I think for me, I know you do.
Age.
You do change as you get older.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of shit I wouldn't have cared nothing about.
Yeah.
But now it's like, damn, you be thinking about, man, I got kids too.
Yeah.
And it's just a fucking TV show.
It's a TV show.
It's just a TV show.
But you know what? When the character's based upon real people, that make it like from scratch is based on a real story.
Yeah.
So it was just like to know that really happened. And then too, I started thinking about like somebody that died young.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of people that died young. And there was a scene.
We know people who died young.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a scene in there where when the guy was sick, where his daughter got in the bed with his mama.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when my mom was sick, and it was like I remember being in the hospital with her.
Uh-huh.
I remember sitting on the bed, and I remember my auntie sat on the bed. It was funny. And even though I was so young, it's certain things I remember. And I sat on the bed, and my auntie accidentally pushed the button, so the bed went together.
Yeah.
So I had to get out the bed, and then my mama took out the bed too. But mama is sick, and she was like, "What's?" I just remember them like it just. I remember them fussed at each other,
but it was a funny moment.
Then it turned into funny because it was just like. What happened, but it was like, but it was a similar situation that happened in that movie that made me think about that. But it's just like, yeah, I don't understand like what's going on in my emotions. Like,
it's just
it ain't even going through menopause yet, so I don't even want to see me.
So you still right? So yeah.
I don't even want to see if I'm married by then. I'm just gonna.
You gonna be crying like
I'm gonna tell my
soon.
husband. I understand if you want to move. I understand. I get it. Like, you know what? You're in the house with a wacko. I get it. I understand.
A wacko.
Again, I'm not even gonna act like, if I'm this now and I'm like,
Let me ask you this. So we go to the next topic. Are you tired of the word woke?
I'm tired of Republicans using woke.
Got it.
I'm tired of Republicans using woke because I don't know if you saw the clip this week of that lady.
She got stuck, didn't she?
This dumbass lady wrote a whole book about woke.
That's why they had on the air.
And the problem with woke, and when they asked her to explain it, she couldn't.
And you wrote a whole thing about it.
That's the problems I have with like politicians and then Republicans. And Democrats, it doesn't matter. I have a problem with people in general who are in the forefront that take forefront and take a hold of buzzwords and don't know what it means and start repeating it.
Right.
Like, you don't even know, like, woke, bro. Woke was like what black people were saying back in the day. Like, we don't even really use it no more because, first of all, when people use it and they start using it wrong, we be like, we're good on it.
You're using it wrong.
But as far as culturally, people were saying woke back in the day. That was like a thing.
Spike Lee put it in a movie.
Wake up.
Yeah.
It's nothing new.
No, it's not.
It's not new. Hell, what you call it? Teddy Pendergrass had a song. Yeah. Wake up, everybody.
Yeah.
Wake up, everybody. Don't go sleeping in bed.
Yeah.
It's not a new term.
Mm-hmm.
It's clear as day what wake up mean. How they attach these different meanings to what woke means is beyond me. I mean, because you don't want to teach black history in school, that has nothing to do with woke.
Well, that's the issue.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
they want to attach it to diversity issues.
Mm-hmm.
They want to attach it to gay issues.
Mm-hmm.
They want to attach it to everything they don't like. They want to call it a woke movement.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what woke is.
No.
People say woke is you call somebody woke when you were aware, when somebody was talking about something and you be like, oh, you woke, like, so you get it. Like, you say that as something, if someone that was being aware of something that's not like easily stated or that
Yeah.
or you know, like when it comes to like government stuff, you know what I'm saying, and you going beyond the smoke screen.
Mm-hmm.
So you call that woke, you know what I'm saying? It's just an enlightenment. That's really all it
It's an
was.
enlightenment. That's how
All
I
it
look at it.
is.
I always look at it as just an enlightenment.
But because they attached onto it and got this whole political campaign behind the word woke, it's irritating. And I don't even really hear black people saying woke no more because it's just like, and then to hear like them people like giving the definitions, it's just like, you're not a part of the culture. If you want to know what woke is, you should just ask black people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you attach yourself to it because you don't want to teach. And it's like I just hate when they just attach all this other stuff to it that has nothing to do with nothing, and it just shows the ignorance. And you know what I'm saying? Like
She looked bad on that.
She looked horrible.
She looked bad on that.
She's a representation of the rest of them that are doing that.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, all those Republicans, especially those older ones who are just talking about woke, I guarantee you they don't know
They don't have a
culturally
clue.
what black people use woke.
They don't have a clue what it means.
Like if you don't like, just say you don't want to teach Black history. Just say that.
Just say that, yeah.
Because that makes you more
Well,
comfortable.
right, be like the governor of Florida. He said, "Hey, in my schools in this state, we're not teaching Black history."
He gotta go. He needs to be off Earth.
But somebody votes for him, Tise.
Somebody votes for him, bro. And that's what, the thing is with our politics, especially in the South, it's monkey see, monkey do.
Mm-hmm.
So if Florida and Texas go with the shits, you can rest assured, Alabama next, Arkansas next,
Georgia.
Tennessee next, Georgia next. That's how they do. They're all like dumb. Like they don't have like their brains are all connected together.
Well, don't they call them what's the Bible Belt? Don't they call
basically,
them states like the?
But they really Confederates. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's Confederate states, and they all have that mentality. So if it's almost like if Florida get away with it, it's almost like when you were a kid. And you tell your friend to go out there, if you go out there, if she lets you do it, y'all know I'm good, right? So you see a little dumb friend out there to go run, see if anything happen, nothing happen, then the rest of them jump on. It's a trickle down effect, and that's what's gonna happen with politics. That's why it's just like we worrying about Ciara and them clothes. They are trying to erase Black history.
Yeah, they are.
Right? They are trying to get rid of affirmative action. In the ideal world, we shouldn't need it, but we do. We ain't in the ideal world. We ain't no make America great again. It was never great, right? So we're trying to make it great.
But when people say get rid of Black history, you realize that's a part of American history.
But right, if
everything that happened is a part of American history.
History the way it was, and not watered it down. So and to make it so that one group is inferior, and then you can teach Black history. It's not to talk about white people, and it's not to make people that's white people now to feel bad. This is what happened.
This is what happened.
And if you knew what happened, then maybe that will make the people now to say, you know what, I ain't finna be like my granddaddy. Cause just like we said, it's some stuff that we were taught. Doesn't mean it was right. You know what I'm saying? So you have to teach so you won't learn, so you can do better.
What it is, it's the part of slavery and beyond that, the deep dive into slavery.
Yeah.
That's the issue that they don't want people to talk to these kids about.
And
it's more than just, white people own slaves. No, it's
the
deeper than that.
psychological.
Right, that's the part.
The psychological part.
That's the part.
Because while you had people, I always look at the pictures, right? When you saw somebody being lynched, okay, so the psychological effect of Black people that see that's one thing, but also psychologically, the white people that's watching that.
Yeah.
What's going on in those kids' heads or those adults' heads that stood around and watched that?
Right.
So that is a cleansing that they have to go through generationally, because you are you're desensitized to Black torture.
Besides hanging them, you raped their wife.
Yeah.
You cut off his joint.
Yeah.
You got all these. You broke up a family. You got kids that live over here.
Change their name. We don't know our name.
So it's beyond that's why they don't want to teach that.
Because Black history is almost the worst history.
It is.
Even though the natives definitely they damn near annihilated them. You know what I'm saying? And that was atrocious. Like it's not about who was worse. I'm just saying, for Black people, we don't even know our names. Mm-hmm. Okay? We don't even know our real names. Our families are so spread apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, Black men's dignity, they're still in 2023, we're still fighting for that. And it shouldn't be that way. Like, no other race is dealing with that. And so to act like it's a woke movement. No, this is something that needs to happen, but it's because the dominant culture still wants to stay dominant.
They want to
So
stay
they don't.
dominant.
So they'd rather have a willful ignorance.
Yep.
So you don't have to deal with it. So it's not to make you feel bad. It's because, in all fairness, I want all our kids to just not have to deal with this stuff.
Right.
Like it should be all our kids can get along. It ain't no need for no diversity and inclusion because shit, we all get along.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's unfortunate. It's just not. That's just not where we at. And so until that happens, you have to teach history for what it is so that we can learn from it on both sides. And that's how come people get comfortable with, when Trayvon Martin stuff happened and all the rest of the kids that have gotten, killed in those kind of circumstances, people they always ask that question, what did he do?
So right.
You know what I'm saying? And those are people who have not dealt with, those are the people who have been standing there who thought it was okay for a black man to be hung
Right.
in the middle of the town hall because he spoke to a white lady.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's a warped mentality that it's a cleansing that America has to go through. We've never done it. We've never gone through it, and so
Yep.
they're trying to roll back time, and it's just like stop saying woke.
And
Stop saying that.
And the minister always say that America has never gone through the cleansing yet.
We're not, bro, and we're gonna still. It's gonna always be underlined until we get past
I agree.
that. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
agree.
it ain't to make people one race, and that's the thing. Black people don't even. If I think also too, just before we move on, like it's the scarcity that if we were in position that we would do what was done to us, and we ain't really built like that.
No, what it is though, before we move on, my man Nat Turner scared the shit out of him.
As he should.
That's what it was.
But it was a whole bunch of Nat Turners.
Oh, it was.
But they don't want to talk about that.
They don't talk about all that, but the what we know about that Nat Turner, what he did, what we saw in the movie.
Birth of a Nation, yeah.
That's the scares them.
Yeah. Yeah, but Nat Turner was doing what he was supposed to. You know,
He had a woke
was
moment.
enslaved.
He had a woke
He
moment.
was enslaved, and he was like, they trying to teach the Bible to us, and this ain't even what the Bible says.
He said, "Fuck this." He said, "Wait a
Yeah.
minute, this ain't what the Bible's saying."
Everybody, bro, that's exactly why Haiti should have a problem, because Haiti is the one country, not one, but one of the really one as far as the Americas go in our hemisphere that successfully got their freedom way back when, and they still poor because how you get in debt from being free?
True.
They still had to pay like the British just for being free. It was the
True.
French, one of the two. I don't remember. They still owed them for being free. And they still don't got shit. Because they were in like any money that they were circulating as far as the economy, they had to pay.
They had to pay it.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
See, this is a topic we got to talk about this another day, because this is a topic we can go on. Hell, we can do a whole episode about this topic.
You know it.
And I know you can.
we can definitely do this.
But before we get out of here, I got one shout out. Shout out to my cousin down there in Nashville, Chris. She listens to the show all the time. She was very ecstatic that we're back, and she told me to tell you.
Chris.
She told me to tell you, don't take no shit off me. So, but that
she ain't got to worry about that.
That's a shout out.
She ain't got to worry about that.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the podcast, everybody. We on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Make sure you follow the IG page. Again, we got live show coming up soon. We're going to have guests. We might be live on location with some interviews, some different events going on in the city. So looking forward to 2023 for some of that podcast.
Oh yeah, I'm excited too, and I thank y'all for you know what, the YouTube views been going up.
Yeah, it has been going up.
YouTube views been going up,
A
so y'all keep watching, y'all keep liking, y'all keep responding. Yeah, it was a good week for us as far as
real good week.
viewership and listening
Yep.
as well. So y'all keep it up, and like he said, it takes y'all 2 seconds to go on YouTube and make sure that y'all subscribe. So
click that button. That's all.
click the
that
button.
button.
Click the button. What was a play that said push the button? What
Yeah, it was.
I don't remember what it was, but
But we'll be back next week, y'all.
be back next week.
And appreciate the Sonic Palace Studio for having us again.
Yo,
And we'll catch y'all next week.
peace.